I'm live apparently. Um, I have I've done this once before and the layout was different, so I don't actually know what's going on right now. So bear with. How do I share this? Because I need to do that so people watch. There it is, there's the button. This is also the part of the stream where no one's actually here, but people are going to watch this afterwards, so I can't just be doing nothing. So I'm just going to have to talk like there is someone here, which is good because I've got plenty of experience doing that from vlogs. I just need to send this off in every direction. So yeah, how you been? Who's there? Anyone there? Games and other things. I stopped talking for a second there, you see. Just because I'm typing tweets. Come join. Yeah. I've got to text my girlfriend as well. Everything's happening. I've got a notification on Twitter. What's going on? No, that says I'm kind. I'm going to send that anyway. Sent a thing on Facebook. That's not how you spell Facebook. Okay. I want top chat. I want live chat. This is going so well. I'm like 3 minutes into this and everything is a mess. I'm also going to share it in the Nerd Fighter group that I'm a part of on Facebook. Yeah, buddy. I hope some people actually turn up for this. I've not prepped it. I've not been like, hey, I'm doing a thing. Also, I've got a thing that I'm going to be eating. Stream from the UK. Come join. Please. I'm so lonely. Lonely? No, lonely. Lonely has an E in it? Yes, it does. I'm dyslexic. Can you tell? Oh, this is just going to be me and Daisy hanging out for a bit, probably. I've got 2 people watching, though, so that's nothing. Who's the other person? Who's the person who's not Daisy? Say hi. Also, I'm eating this, and I've got 1 minute to eat it before I'm technically breaking this intermittent fasting thing that I'm going to be trying to do tomorrow. But it starts at 10 today. So I'm going to savor it. It's fine. I'm gonna say I started at 10. Oh, it might be Daisy twice. Daisy is watching me twice. I'm saying Daisy is watching me twice, even though she's the only person watching me, for the benefit of you, potential future viewer, who's watching this after I've uploaded it. So hey, Daisy, how's things? How's Sarah? You having a good holiday? Wonderful. I am going to talk about actual video game things in a sec. Pretty warned spoilers for people who are playing God of War. Beach. Nice. I saw your Instagram post, by the way. It was very nice. I'll link to it in the description when I upload this video, if I remember, or I won't. Yes, I do want to go to the beach. That would be nice. Mm. This is the watch Matthew eat little goo chocolate puddings. Most popular live stream on the internet. You see, this is why you do hype beforehand, because like no one would watch any of the E3 live streams if there was just no preparation. If like no one. Am I eating really loud? That was disgusting. I'm really sorry. No one would show up to the E3 live streams if nobody said anything beforehand. If it was just like, oh hey, by the way, I just started streaming live, going to announce a bajillion new games. Although, okay, I'm going to start my talking things now, even though no one's here aside from Daisy. You're not no one, did you? Don't worry, I'm not Kylo Ren. You are not Rey. What was I saying? Yes, E3. There were surprisingly few new game announcements at E3. Like, Bethesda did a couple, but they were just logos. How do I get excited or care about logos, Bethesda? I don't. Like, you may talk a good game with Elder Scrolls 6, but I'm not going to believe it till I see it. So yeah, surprisingly few new games, just a lot of new footage from games we already knew existed. And speaking of Bethesda, I was incredibly disappointed. This is probably just going to be Matthew was incredibly disappointed, the live stream. Although it's not, because there are some things that I'm not disappointed about, and that's why I wanted to talk, even in the first place. But Fallout 76, I really enjoyed Fallout 3. I got super hyped for Fallout 4, and then I just didn't buy it, and I don't know why. It's still been on my like to-do list for a long time. I think it was because like there was a possibility that I was going to get it for like a birthday or a Christmas or yes, continue playing The Last of Us. If you ever get the chance, do it because it was so good. And Ellie is so freaking gay and it's the best. I mean, she's not like she's as gay as anyone is, but in fact, they don't even address it that much in the first game. They do a whole bunch in the expansion to the first game. But I'm getting sidetracked. Fallout 76, super disappointed because it's basically an MMO or an MMO light, as is the thing. It's a Destiny-esque. An Escany? No, that doesn't work. I'm not sure what it is. As gay as anyone is. Big mood. Oh, I have one viewer now. So if the other one was you, you've gone away. Thank you very much. Well done. Yeah, Fallout 76, always online. This is Bethesda. This is Bethesda who last year, can't remember what event it was at, but they put out this whole video like, we are the saviors of the single player gamer, the blah 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 blah. Which was funny and it was really good. And I was like, yeah, Bethesda, you are actually pretty good. You put out a whole bunch of single player games. I really respect you for that. And then the next year, you're like, you know what? Let's do a big old multiplayer game based on our favorite single player franchise. It's a little bit shitty. Sorry. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. By this point, we did actually have a few more people last time. I'm going to go share it again on Twitter. Man, this is gonna be like so boring to watch back. Probably. Well, who knows? I'm a fairly entertaining person. I've got a nice face. People might want to look at it. I'm gonna go, please. It's literally just me and the goof. ACM. I feel so inadequate. Inadequate. That's how you spell it. I'm like Korg with his revolution. I didn't print enough pamphlets. Didn't print enough pamphlets. I've just got a text about a cat, which I'm going to have to reply to, but probably not during this stream. Oh, she'll watch until someone else joins. You may be here a long time, babe. Babe. I'm also going to put another comment in here to be like, just my friend watching at the moment. Please help. I'm so pathetic. And then I'm also going to go into this Discord thing that I'm part of. I'm pulling out all the stops today. I should probably have said this is only my second stream ever. And the first one had a bit of hype because it was my first ever stream. Open Discord. Why this is different? Everything's different. Why is everything different? I'm gonna say, don't know if this counts, but I'm live on YouTube, just chatting if anyone wants to join. And everyone. Don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but I'm trying. I heard a little bloop noise recently. I don't know what that was. Oh, that may have been a Discord notification. We'll close that. I've got a Twitter notification. Wonderful. Korg has replied to me. I think it's a Korg bot. But it may just be a person who's moonlighting as Korg. It's okay, bro. You'll get there. I can't do a Korg voice. So Korg has replied to my tweet where I was like, I'm like, Korg, I'm so pathetic. Not that Korg's pathetic. The revolution has begun. Yeah, Daisy, you will be here a long time because I think no one's actually going to show up. I mean, it's a Tuesday. No one's going to be out. Well, I say that. I mean, most of the people who would watch this are students, so probably. I'm pretty sure the Nintendo press conference is over. I'm going to tell Korg to come watch my live stream. Pog, come watch my live stream. I'm so lonely. Oh, you burnt your back in the sun. That's sad. I mean, it's sad, but it's also good that you were out in the sun on the beach. So, you know, look at that. Always look on the bright side of life. I'm going to stop doing that because I think it shows too much of the inside of my mouth. It's a little bit gross. Well, that also shows a lot of the inside of my mouth. Wow. The things you say and learn when you're forced to monologue for 20 minutes. Is Sarah watching as well? I know it's going to take you a while to reply. Georgina has liked a tweet. She may turn up in a second. You might be able to leave soon. Oh, Sarah's not watching. Can you explain the fact that my voice is coming out of the bathroom? Where? I'm gonna tweet at Georgina and be like, I saw you like that tweet. Come watch me. Unless it's not going to appear in my notifications. Marvelous. Korg has replied again. I'm sorry, man. Really bad reception here in space. Maybe when I'm in orbit, I'll be more equipped to watch you. Oh, it's okay, Korg. It's fine. It's okay, Korg. I understand. We can be like two spaceships passing in the night. But, you know, everything is technically night in space. Unless you're close to a star, in which case it's day. There we go. That'll do. Yeah. I saw you like that tweet, Georgina. Come watch my stream. Help me. Oh, sorry, that tweet has been deleted. No, it hasn't. I literally just tweeted it. Tweet. But it still applies. I said tweak by accident. There we go. So love you too, babe. Babe. Go video games. Yes, go video games. That's the correct answer. So I believe I'm now on my own again. Here I go again on my own. Something like that. But it still says there's one person viewing. Don't know who that is. But it might be Georgina. Or I might be alone. I've not ever done a live stream where I've just ended up entirely on my own. That's because I've only done 2 live streams in my life, this being the second one. So I don't know. I don't know if I should just keep monologuing or wait for people to appear. Yeah, I'm going to do what Daisy said in the text that she just sent me. Just talk about what you thought. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about. E3. Oh wait, no, I just got to quickly take a picture and be like. So sad. There it is. There's the picture with the single view. Very disappointing. So yeah, I'm just gonna monologue about E3 until Korg replies to me again. Then I'll send another. I'll read out another thing from Korg. Also, I'm going to tag Greg because Greg is the king of live streams. Greg, you are live stream king. Come. You are live stream king. I stream. I don't know what I'm doing. It's only my second. No one is here. I'm delirious. Help. I'm going to keep saying help really loudly, and eventually my parents, who are upstairs, are going to be like, he actually needs help, and come down. I mean, basically what this is really is just a long, extended vlog. Oh, the picture didn't send. I wonder if I can send that as a text message. I'll just say goodnight. Thanks for coming, even for a bit. Blup, blup, blup. Hello, 0 people. Oh, who's on Twitter at the moment? Maybe I'll shout at people on Twitter. Yeah, I think I'll probably do this for like an hour. Yes, I need to see. No one's on Twitter. Why is no one on Twitter? Where have you gone, Twitter people? I mean, well, I say no one's on Twitter. Lots of people are on Twitter, but no one who would watch me. Oh, Emily was on Twitter 8 hours ago. Emmy. Oh, Super Sam stuff's doing Q&A. Super Sam logos, according to my Twitter autocorrect thing. Maybe we all. Oh, there's one of you. Who are you? Hello. Write something in the chat so I know who you are. I'm not desperate. Oh, they've gone. Oh, that was a really happy moment for a second there. I was so hyped. Yeah, maybe all 0 of us can have a little look at working out a question for Sam. Fame is kind of weird, isn't it? Like, I don't know. It's just a bit odd. Actually, no. You know what I'm going to do? It's because Sam's been like Q&A, I'll be like, will you watch my zero budget, zero effort, currently zero viewer live stream? That's a question, right? There we go. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, still none of you. I wanted to talk about Sony, but I kind of wanted to enthuse to someone. But I guess I'm enthusing to whoever watches this, like, afterwards, like once it gets uploaded, which there may be some of you who do that. I think I'm going to leave it public for a bit. Oh, someone's here. Again. They're going to go as soon as they realize that they're the only person here, because it'll be incredibly awkward. So yeah, I wanted to talk about Sony, because of all the E3 press conferences, I was like underwhelmed by everything, at least by all the announcements and trailers and things. I didn't actually watch the full press conferences. I'm sorry, I'm disappointing. Sue me, shoot me, I don't know. But I really like Sony's. I thought they just knocked it out of the park, because we got actual Death Stranding gameplay. I'm waiting for the reviews before I invest anything in Death Stranding, but Hideo Kojima has a decent track record. I mean, a very good track record with some big problems, but very good. And Guillermo del Toro, yes, please, worship. So there's going to be some weird Del Toro stuff, which I'm always for. So actual Death Stranding gameplay. I'm going to save my favorite thing till last. So there was that Ghosts of something Shima. I can't remember how to pronounce it. The new Sucker Punch game, which looks gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I know there was something about the animation in that kind of bothered me a little bit. But it's Sucker Punch, and Sucker Punch did a great job with Infamous, and Infamous 2 and Second Son. But I'll admit, all the going through smoke things and stuff, that was not as satisfying as rail grinding from the other Infamous games. So I don't know, but a lot of cool stuff. So I was excited for that. Spider-Man PS4, also very excited for that. And I'm going to come across as a fanboy now, but The Last of Us 2. Okay, being someone who studied film for 3 years, I love Naughty Dog because of they are a cine-literate games company. Like, that's their thing. Like, their thing is that they do movies. They do good movies that are also video games. So lots of things about I have a lot to say about The Last of Us 2. I'm just going to get the kiss out of the way right at the start, because first on, props to Naughty Dog. You did that. Props to Sony. Props to Sony for opening their press conference with that. That, like, breaking social norms like that takes balls, which is a statement that in a way reinforces those social norms. But well done. I don't know what this hand gesture was, but that's a spicy press conference. And Naughty Dog have been very vocal about Pride support. So yeah, good on ya. Second, about the same topic, the animation, okay, I've always had a problem with lips. I'm going to say lips a few times, so I'm going to get it out of the way once and do an impression of Dean from that Jack and Dean video saying lips. Lips. Okay, I did it. So the way in which the lips move in that like animated kiss, that's astounding. Like I was playing. No, I watched before I played The Witcher 3. I watched a NerdCube video of him playing The Witcher 3, and in it, there's a scene at the very beginning where Geralt kisses someone, and Dan was like, "It's a bit." I mean, it's been like however many years we've been making 3D animated games, and we still can't get people kissing. We just can't do it right. This one does, and I personally have always had a problem with mouths, like animated mouths. Well, I say particularly in games. No, actually, particularly in CGI stuff. Stuff like Infinity War, the mouth on that female member of the Children of Thanos, the Black Order. I can't remember what her name was, but like the mouth on her was just like, ooh, that's not human. I know a lot of people have problems with eyes. People have that's the uncanny valley thing for a lot of people. Like they can just tell there's something off because of the eyes. I'm not like that for some reason. It's mouths that really annoy me. And like it's just a big deal when a mouth looks wrong. So if we can do that convincing in video games now, who knows, in a couple of years, maybe we'll be getting blockbusters with fully animated people that won't be really troublesome to me because their mouths look wrong. Mm. Who are you, by the way? The one person who's here. If you don't mind writing a thing in the chat, if you can. I don't know. There might be some reason why you can't. I'm going to continue talking because there's so much to say just about The Last of Us 2. Like, okay, I was saying about I appreciate their cinematic tendencies, I suppose. Just the opening shot, the shallow depth of field and her there, and pardon me, Georgina, it is you. Excellent, thank you for being here. It means the world. I mean, it doesn't. It means a little bit though. Thanks. Yes, so I'm going to keep talking about The Last of Us 2 because you are clearly into it as well. Oh man, just yeah, I might bring up The Last of Us 2 trailer or gameplay demo. The Last of Us 2 gameplay. There's that opening shot. I remember being like, "Damn!" Something about it gave me them chills. I think it's to do with the focus as well, because graphics has been a pillar at Naughty Dog. They have 3 pillars, which was graphics, gameplay, and story, I think, or possibly graphics, gameplay, and character. But oh no, don't! Oh, I allowed notifications. I've never done that before on Chrome. What's going on? I just wanted to have a look at this thing, so it was easier for me to talk about it. Oh, everything's making noise. I'm gonna mute that. Oh yeah, because it was like music. Oh, that's an advert. I don't care about you. No, that's in the thing. I think they've done something with the focus as well, because that's something that's always bothered me. Focus stuff in video games, in cutscenes in video games. There's always like a weird sheen around them, and the edges never look right. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this. Like pretty much anything you watch, you'll think like the edges look wrong, the focus looks wrong on the edges. But like here, I just don't see that. I like it's just not there. It's not wrong, which is astounding, particularly around the hair. Like those are the things that you notice. And I mean, you may not notice it like consciously, but you notice it subconsciously. I think that's why it had such a like boom effect on me. Yeah, look at that. That opening shot is straight like it's like straight out of Birdman. You know, the shot with all the, I mean, I guess the shot with everything's the shot with everything in Birdman, but the shot of all the fairy lights, it's like that, and it looks lovely. Like, isn't it great? And the little lip bite. Now I'm just watching the trailer. I've got to draw in a bit. Maybe I'll draw whilst I'm on the stream. At some point, Georgina, I will accidentally call you Alice, because the Alice is shorter and I can read it more easily. It's more like there, you know? So sorry if that happens. But yeah, what do you think? You're here. Let's have a conversation. I'm just going to wait for the delay and also the time it takes for you to type something. You don't have to get all your thoughts across in one single message, by the way. Yes, it looks so good. That's basically all my thoughts as well. But oh, the animation of in combat and stuff, and like the way she pulls the arrow out, and the way she gets hit by the arrow in the first place, and it gets stuck, and then you're running around with the arrow, and she pulls it out, and that's a part of the. There's so much about this that I love. They're terrified of you. Tell me more. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, now I'm literally I'm just watching it. Look at how freaking gorgeous it looks. Videogames. Yeah, I'm really interested to see, like, oh, yes, basically this, good. We have 2 people. This hasn't happened since about 2 minutes in, and then that second person disappeared. Hello, other person. I feel so popular. Yes, what was I saying about The Last of Us? Damn it, I had a point. Oh yeah, society. Society, like they have. It's not like just post-apocalypse, you know, because the first one was very much like everything's terrible. We're all in camps under like martial law. Everything sucks. But they seem to have like actually built themselves a bit of a decent society. Like someone's got a banjo somewhere. Khan, Taha. Sorry, not Khan. Why did I say Khan? It's because it's right there. That's why I said it. Taha. Hey. Hello. You're another person. Hi. I discovered that you existed literally just before you left the country. And I was like, oh, that's a shame. I like this person, and now I'm never going to meet them. They're like the small YouTube community person, and they're gone now. Damn it. But I guess I get to sort of virtually meet you through this. So yeah, I'm just gonna be writing and raving a little bit about E3. Not in a particularly nuanced or intelligent way, just because I had some thoughts, particularly about The Last of Us. I also had some thoughts about Spider-Man, but I don't know. I feel like The Last of Us is much more at the front of everyone's mind at the moment, um, because yeah, and I really love the fact that everyone, like, you can't not talk about the kiss in the Last of Us thing, because it was the first thing they showed off. Um, it's from The Last of Us, which is like their big flagship uh, exclusive game. Which, good on you, Sony, and Naughty Dog. But the quality of the animation makes it even like more talk aboutable, like more essential to talk about. Um, so yeah, so like, well done. And then obviously there's the gay thing. So like, it's just a way of shutting down the bigots, which is just it's so refreshing and made me very happy. Um, yeah, starting and ending with the clip of the kiss, very nice. And it's weird. I think that's going to be a thing that doesn't actually appear in the game. Like, not, at least if it does appear in the game, it's not going to be exactly like that. Like like another reason why I started this stream, I finished playing God of War today. Um, there's a bit early on in God of War where you walk over this bridge and go through this door. Um, in the previous year's E3 demo, they had this bit where, like, you walk over that bridge and then there's this troll thing that comes and gets you, and you have a fight on this like plateau, and it's like, oh, it's really dramatic. And that wasn't actually in the game. It was using environments and enemies that were built for the game, but it was basically just for E3 testing, or possibly they thought, this is amazing, let's show it off at E3, and then they just cut it from the game because it wasn't really adding anything. Not played the first game because I'm an Xbox person, really want to play it. I watched so many clips on this. Yes, yes, yes. The Last of Us, the first Last of Us, is really good. I'm always probably going to be referring back to Nerdcubed because he's my favorite of the gaming YouTubers, and we share a lot of opinions. Nerdcube stopped playing it about like a third of the way through because he thought it was a bit too. It was a bit too. Well, okay. So there's this game called Spec Ops: The Line, which is, it was back in like 2010, something like that. It was a generic brown military shooter, but it was a really smart generic brown military shooter, because it sort of, I refer to it as the Fight Club of gaming, because what Fight Club does is it picks apart. Firstly, it picks apart problems with consumer capitalist culture, and then it picks apart the problems with the hyper-masculine reaction to consumer capitalist culture. So Spec Ops does the same thing. It felt more like it felt more of a movie than a video game. I don't know. But watching sound play story sound like nice. Yeah, I mean, that is a thing that a lot of people don't like about Naughty Dog games, is they're kind of too cinematic, too much watching, not enough playing. But I thought the first Last of Us got that balance perfectly, and I think all the Uncharted games got it pretty much down as well. But admittedly, I have a much higher tolerance for watching stuff because I studied film for 3 years. But yeah, there's this game called Spec Ops: The Line, which does the Fight Club thing, but it does it for generic brown military shooters, where everyone is like, yeah, let's do the thing that's right and let's be a hero. And I mean, the only reason why you keep going on with those people for a lot of the time is because they're the main characters of the game. And if you were just like, I disagree with you, you'd have to stop playing the game. So Spec Ops makes you do horrible things, and then at the end is like, oh, by the way, everything you've just done is horrible. And I mean, I say it does that. It does it in a much smarter way than I'm explaining right now. But I think that The Last of Us knows what Joel and Ellie are doing, and I don't think it's particularly cool with it. Like, I think that is a problem I had with the Uncharted games, is that it was just like, hey, go shoot all these people. It's worth it. There's treasure, which is not good, really. But you just kind of roll with it because, hey, they're not bad sociopathic people. Nathan Drake, he's lovable. But with The Last of Us, like, I can't remember the name of the character. Someone says, like, we're shitty people, Joel, right at the start. And they are. And that's kind of the point. It's like, there's a degree of, like, what is selfishness? Like, you can do things for other people where you're like, okay, but I did this for the other person. And it's still selfish. It's still like, it's like selfish to the point of making you a sociopath. And I think that that's something that The Last of Us, the first one at least, did really well. So, Taha, play it if you get a PlayStation, if you have the chance. It's probably pretty cheap by now. It's probably only like a tenner on the PlayStation Store. You can probably get it, like, you know, secondhand for £5. Although actually, probably everyone's put the price up since all the hype over The Last of Us 2. So, but yeah, the oh yeah, it's got remastered. It's like they gave it an extra coat of paint and it got put on the PlayStation 4. That's why I got a PlayStation 4 over all the other consoles. It was like, I mean, I should have been thinking, look at all of these cool exclusive games that are exclusive to the PlayStation 4. But no, I was thinking, oh, look, they've remastered this PlayStation 3 game I really want to buy onto the PlayStation 4, so I'm going to get that. It's $15.99 on the PlayStation Store at the moment. Taha, go, get buying. If you've got 15 quid to spare, which you might not, because if someone told me to buy The Last of Us right now, I probably wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't be able to afford it, but I might do it anyway, because it's really good. Oh, the view number is decreased by 1. I hope it's because Taha's gone to go buy The Last of Us Part 1. I'm just going to quickly go on Twitter because I think I got a notification a second ago. Oh, Taha retweeted. If you're still here, thanks. Oh, you don't have a PlayStation? Yeah, that's a potential problem. I would recommend first buying a PlayStation. Okay, yeah. To be fair, when I told you to go buy it, I did think you had a PlayStation. I mean, you said you can play The Last of Us 1 on the PS4. So I presumed that was you discovering the fact that you could play it on a console that you had, but no. Okay, fair dues. What else did I have to say? Because I wanted to talk about. I need Kingdom Hearts now. Hi, the Geek Center. I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game. I should. I know it's a bit of a massive loss of nerd points. Thoughts on the Spider-Man game? Oh, RJ. Hi, RJ. I thought you were just some stranger who stumbled across it because they'd Googled E3 stuff. I don't know whether to talk Kingdom Hearts or Spider-Man. Well, I'm more interested in Spider-Man. I'm going to talk about Spider-Man. Sorry, RJ. I think a lot of things about the Spider-Man game. I think the swinging looks lovely. I think the animation is cool. I am not annoyed by Peter's constant quipping, although I know some people are. I'm confused though because I didn't I didn't really like the demo that they showed. Um, I I just didn't really like it. Like, no, I've seen two demos that have come out of E3. The floor demo, which I think is really cool because it's basically just wandering around the open world, and all the footage from that looks amazing. And then also the the actual like demo that they did on stage, which I mean, it's just like most of the Sinister Six just show up out of the raft, and you kind of you don't really fight them, and then there's this big dramatic reveal at the end. It's like, oh, it's you. I'm like, who is you? Mm. But the thing that's confused me the most about this is the fact that it's like it puts forward all these different villains, like Scorpion and Vulture and Rhino and Electro, and then in the floor demo they've got Shocker and Mr. Negative, and in the other, all the stuff up to this point has basically been Mr. Negative's the main villain, and also the Kingpin's there. Like that's been it. And suddenly we've got like a whole bunch of villains, and they all seem to be like on equal footing. And I'm sort of like, I'm kind of thinking, you know, don't juggle your villains. Have a strong narrative direction, and maybe it'll just be that they all show up in the open world. But that, I don't know, the way they did it was, it looked like they were all equally important, which all of the press up to this point has not been suggesting, which I think is kind of weird. I hope it'll play like a GTA mission-based sitch. What do you mean? Like, yeah, what do you mean? Like you go and do missions that are specifically related to each character. Am I making loads of lens flare with those lights? I think I am. Thing is, they're the best lights for lighting my face. Maybe if I lift you up a little bit. No, but then what am I going to prop you up on? I'm going to stop trying to do that. Yeah, what do you mean, RJ? Also, I'm surprised that that we didn't get any Red Dead Redemption 2 at E3. Oh yeah, I mean, I presume that's what they're going to do, because that's pretty much how they did it in Spider-Man, in most Spider-Man games, aside from the ones developed by whoever did those linear Spider-Man games, which I actually thought were pretty good. Like, I missed all the Spider-Man 2 style swing around the city, but okay, yeah, turning up different missions around the city, bonus enemies too. That's the thing. That's kind of what I would expect if someone told me, like, oh, this game has Vulture and Scorpion and all these villains. I would expect that we just go around the city and there's sort of like side missions. Yeah, like taking on side missions as well as the big map. The thing is, the way in which that demo ended with them all ganging up on Spider-Man, it felt like they were all kind of main characters. Like, I quite liked that Spider-Man game with the black suit, which came out ages ago when I was like 15, and I played it to death. Oh, what's it called? Web of Shadows, that was it. I quite like Web of Shadows, but the problem that it had is it had so many different villains, and it was just like one boss after another. And I don't know, boss fights are fine, but like, I mean, villains should be more than bosses. Bosses should just be a challenge, like a cool challenge, but not like inherently necessarily like big character things. Like they should be a part of the big. Although I'm saying all this, and I've just remembered two games I absolutely adore that do exactly the thing that I'm saying didn't work in Web of Shadows, which is the first Batman Arkham game, which did it perfectly. Loads of different villains. What am I saying? And also Bioshock. I can't remember any of their names for the life of me, but everyone in Bioshock was like a mini boss, as far as I can remember. Although obviously Andrew Ryan wasn't, and the final boss of Bioshock. I know that we're going like 12 years into the past now, but ugh. Okay, gotcha. Internet being spotty, so if I lose a viewer, that's because the internet's being a pain and you don't want to have to deal with it, which is entirely fine, because I know how difficult it is to try and watch even just a regular YouTube video with patchy, terrible internet. And RJ is busy doing something else as well. What is Rust? I know what Rust is, but I don't know what it is. Is that where everyone's naked? Maybe? I'm not sure. Open world survival, yeah. Yes, I was right. Hey, oh, by the way, RJ, me and Daisy were thinking of maybe coming to Cardiff to do D&D if Tom or Matt are free. Sorry, now that this has just gone straight into a conversation between me and RJ, I'm not going to do that. But hey, if you're free Sunday, not this Sunday, Sunday the 24th, D&D would be cool. I'm just on that now because that's a one-on-one conversation thing. Oh, now there's only one viewer. RJ, you might be the only one. As soon as I started talking to you, I think everyone else left. Say what again? I lagged out. Oh, everyone's back. Okay, I guess that was just an internet thing. Oh, say me and Daisy think of coming to Cardiff on Sunday the 24th to do D&D if a DM is free. There we go. Not going to say any more because who cares? I mean, I care, you care, but Georgina and Taha don't care if they're here. Yes, do it. Okay, I will if a DM is free. I have to be honest. I've never listened to the Geek Center. Don't kill me. The Greek Center. I attempted to Google the Geek Center and it autocorrected it to the Greek Center. Who are you? Don't die. I mean, no, I know you're RJ, but like, like who? Okay, don't die. What do you mean you want to do an episode of the Geek Center podcast? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I'm just going to Google the Geek Center. Okay, it's one of your Podmage things. Is it one of the big Podmage things? I need to listen to more Podmage because I listened to the beginning of the first Raheem quest. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Raheem quest. But I never I didn't get into it properly because I wasn't really listening to podcasts at the time. But since then I've started watching Taz. Bye, Taha. Go do businessy things. Thank you. I'm glad that you think I'm a good host. I'm new to this. This is only my second one. But have a good time with business stuff. Thank you for coming. And thank you for retweeting. It's greatly appreciated. You, Liv, and Tom. Nice. That's a good bunch of people. When you say I want to do an episode of the Geek Center podcast, like, I mean, what do you mean? Like, I mean, it's a podcast. I presume you want to do episodes every now and then. I can't actually find it on the Podnight website. The Podnight website has directed me to here, but it's not showing up. Oh, there's a blog post about it. From April. That's the only thing I can find on your thing. I mean, you can be. I don't know how this works. This is only my second thing I've ever done. Don't know what's going on. Gonna wave my head around the place. I need to do some drawing at some point because I'm drawing every day and it's nearly 11. By want me to be on the Hangout to talk, do you mean like on the live thing here? You could be. You'd be the only other person because Georgina's going. Thanks for coming at all, by the way, Georgina. It's great. Appreciate it. Night. Yeah, maybe let's work out how to do that. Participants. Timestamps. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm very sorry. Yeah, you're officially the only person here now. It's just some quality time. Me and you, RJ. I need to do more work on that script. Do you have a new deadline for me? This is weird. I'm going to upload this when it's done, so be entertaining. Of course, people don't actually see the comments come in live when you upload it. That may sabotage quite a lot of the effect. Yeah, well. Hello, bud. Big heart. Oh, comments appear when you watch it back. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, you're being raided. Oh dear. I think I'm going to stop this pretty soon. I'm probably gonna be on here for another like 10 more minutes and then stop. Yeah, I'm gonna retweet my tweet. I'm gonna say, yo, I'm gonna be here for another 10 minutes. Then I gotta go sleep. Come have a watch if you want. Knowing me, I'll be around for another hour by accident. There we go. Give me 2 minutes. What's my fave E3 moments? I mean, I've gushed about The Last of Us quite a bit on this stream, but I don't know if you were around for it. But definitely The Last of Us. That's the thing. Sony were like, oof, on point. Like Sony was everything for me this E3. Like. Greg, I tweeted out to Greg to invite him to have a watch of this as well, and he said he will help me when he's not drunk and at a bar. I will tell him that is no excuse. I mean, it is. Have a nice night. Oh, you died. Isn't that a big deal in something like Rust? I think it is. I'm very sorry if it was my distractions that led you to demise. Oh, okay, it was Benny's fault. Good. Who is Benny? Do I know Benny? Do I know Benny? No, I don't know Benny. Favorite E3 moments was basically all of Sony's press conference. I thought Death Stranding looked weird. There's some gameplay. Doesn't look terrible. That's fine. I thought Spider-Man looked cool. I have some questions because they seem to be steering away from Mr. Negative being the main villain, and I'm concerned about that, but the gameplay looks amazing, and it looks kind of weighty, like Spider-Man games don't tend to be, which is cool. And The Last of Us 2 was pretty perfect in every way, really. What else was at the Sony press conference? Oh, the Sucker Punch game, Ghosts of Shibba Jibba. I'm interested, but it seemed a little bit clunky. I don't know, something about the way it was moving, the characters were moving, the animation stuff. I mean, Sucker Punch meant to do movement pretty well. I don't know how it feels. Like, looking at God of War to begin with, yeah. I mean, Sucker Punch is just infamous for me. Like, I don't know them for anything else. But yeah, just thinking about God of War, which I've just finished playing. Oh yeah, I've not done my God of War thing. But yeah, I thought God of War didn't look like it would feel good to play, and then it really, really felt amazing to play. So I could just be a bad judge of this and incredibly wrong. So yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about God of War because I've just finished playing it. Have you played God of War? Do you mind some God of War spoilers? If you're still here, you might be playing. Okay, but would you mind God of War spoilers? Interested in playing? Ah, ooh. Okay, I feel free to spoil. So this is the spoiler warning. So I liked God of War a lot. I'm going to say that a lot now because I had some problems with it, but I liked it a lot. So for those of you who don't know, God of War starts with Kratos from the other 3 God of War games, which I haven't played, but I know a little bit about them, but I've not played them. And his son building the funeral pyre for Kratos' wife, obviously the mother of the son. The son's called Atreus. So Kratos and Atreus building the funeral pyre, burning her, collecting her ashes, and then when she was alive, she said she would like her ashes scattered off the highest peak of the 9 realms. Yes, his name is Boy. Boy. What are you doing, boy? That's his name. So yeah, God of War spoilers. It says another person has joined. God of War spoilers. He's got more names. He's Boy, Atreus, and then another name, which is a big spoiler. So they go and their mission is go distribute the ashes, but also they're being hunted by this strange guy who turns out is Balder, who is the son of Odin and also Freya, and is the half brother of Thor, half brother of Thor, brother of Thor. I'm not sure. So lots of things happen, and then it's a very cool thing is revealed at the end. Because, okay, so you go through, they're talking about all these Norse gods, and I know my Norse gods pretty well. I was pretty obsessed with mythology as a child. I read Neil Gaiman's treatment of Norse mythology when it came out, and I really loved it. So I knew my Norse mythology. Obviously, all of the Norse gods are pretty much cast villains, because that's what God of War would be doing. But they don't. There's a few things they don't mention Loki at all, and there's a point at which you're given mistletoe arrows by these dwarves, and in the mythology, Balder, who is the central antagonist of God of War, is killed by this god whose name is Hod, I believe. I believe it's Hod. I'm not sure. Because Balder has been blessed by his mother to never feel any pain or suffer any wound by any material known to man. However, mistletoe somehow escapes. Mythology is a little bit vague on exactly how that happened. So you're given this arrow by the dwarves, and in the mythology, Loki gives the arrow to someone, and the person kills Balder by accident, thinking that he's completely invulnerable. So I was thinking that the way they were going to do this would be the two dwarves collectively are Loki. That's what I was thinking. But the thing is, no one ever said Loki at any point in the game. And I was going through, like, where is the mention of Loki? You're talking about, like, all the Aesir, all the Vanir, Freya, Odin, Thor, Balder, more obscure ones whose name I can't remember, Tyr. Well, okay, so they did mention Loki near to the end. So in the last 20 minutes, something like that, you discover that, for a chunk of the game, Atreus didn't know that he was a god, and that Kratos was also a god. Like, he just didn't know. Kratos had been hiding that from him. So Atreus finds out about a third, half the way through, probably a bit later, actually. And then, in that last 20 minutes, he finds out that his mother was also a giant, like a small giant, but a giant. And I was like, oh, so this means Atreus is half giant. Okay, I know of another character in Norse mythology who's half giant. And Balder dies at the end because he Atreus keeps a single bit of mistletoe arrows because the rest have been burned, plot reasons. But he's got like a single piece that's fastening a thing shut here, and Balder punches it, and it goes through his hand, and it's like that saps away all the magic. So I'm thinking half giant, technically speaking, mistletoe dart to Balder, and yeah, turns out your son for the entire game is Loki. And he's a young god, but he's Loki now, which it's just like potential sequels. What they're gonna do, because Loki has some very interesting myths. But also the game was like, okay, Ragnarok is happening in 3 years now, and that doesn't give Loki enough time to grow up and have kids, and Loki's kids are a big deal in Ragnarok. So yeah, also leave out the sex with the horse, please, because that's weird. And it wasn't. That's the thing. That's the thing about Loki having sex with a horse. It's not just Loki having sex with a horse. It's Loki transforming into a female horse and having sex with a male horse. That's all kinds of weird. And he's just a boy in this game, and I'm like, please don't do that to Atreus. Also, like, Atreus Loki, God of War Loki, would have to have like a good relationship with Odin, which is not going to happen. Like, based on the way in which everyone talks to each other in this game, that's no. And then they reveal Thor in the last 30 seconds. Kind of, it's kind of like in an extra post-credits sequence thing. But I had some problems with God of War because okay, my big problem is their motivation throughout the entire game is go scatter. I'm gonna say the way Atreus says it because Atreus talks the most. Go scatter mother's ashes. That's the central driving force of the plot. However, I think when it gets to the point where it's basically like, if you do this, you might cause the genocide of the giants, who may all still be alive, by opening the Bifrost and letting Odin come through and just kill them all, which he's been trying to do for hundreds of years. So maybe don't do that. But they just keep doing it because it's like, gotta go scatter mother's ashes. And I think Kratos and Atreus would both get to a point where they're like, okay, we tried pretty hard, but now we're opening up an entire race for genocide. I think maybe scattering mother's ashes is less important than that. So that was the thing that bothered me. The other thing that bothered me is the mistletoe dart is such a it's in the mythology, but they managed to make it a Deus Ex Machina by accident. Like, just because it's never like, it just, like, okay, they kind of mention it early on, but they don't say Balder is vulnerable to mistletoe and like it's prepped from the start. It's just like, oh hey, here, have some mistletoe arrows for no real reason, and then, oh hey, let me burn all your mistletoe arrows and leave you with just this one tiny dart. And it's just all so convenient. I'm just like, and then it comes out of nowhere when he punches it, and I'm like, I thought it was really cool because I knew the mythology, and anyone who knew the mythology who played it would be like, oh my god, that's so cool, they did that thing. However, if you don't know the mythology and then you play this game, you're just like, well, where did that come from? What? Huh? Huh? So that kind of bothered me quite a bit. And I was going to say, it's a bit like the Last of Us problem. Although no, it's not a problem with The Last of Us. It's a problem that some people have with The Last of Us that I don't have, which is I guess it's a problem that everyone has with Uncharted. If we're talking Sony games, I suppose now I'm just talking Naughty Dog games, even though God of War is a Santa Monica game. Uh, uh, um, which is that they're incredibly selfish and they just go around killing a bunch of people for like no reason, and well, for no reason, for not a good enough reason. Admittedly, pretty much everything that you're killing is like possessed or undead, so you don't have to feel quite so bad. But putting the giants at that much risk and putting yourselves at so much risk just to scatter the ashes on the top of a mountain. It bothers me a little bit. Yeah, the thing is though, because like the whole thing was the mother was like, okay, I need them to see this after I'm dead, all these carvings that are at the top of this mountain, so I'm going to tell them to do it. And also possibly start off this whole prophecy thing. So like I kind of get it. Like I was really bothered by it until it was like, this is what she wanted all along. Because I think that you know when something really matters to someone, you know. And I think it wouldn't, if it hadn't been for the message that was left at the top of the mountain, I think it wouldn't have mattered enough to her for them to keep doing it. But maybe it did because of the carvings and stuff, which makes sense. Kinda, but it still kind of bothered me. But it bothers me less now that I've played the ending. And I decided to have this live stream because it was bothering me so much. And then they did the ending. I was kind of like, oh, that kind of undoes some of my bothering. So yeah. You still playing Rust, by the way, having died? I'm very sorry about that, by the way. That sucks. You quit. Oh well. I should play Kingdom Hearts. It just seems so odd. I mean, that's not like a bad thing. That's a reason I want to play it. But yeah, I should play Kingdom Hearts. All of them, like from one through. Wait, it's Kingdom Hearts 3 that got announced, or 4? Was it 3 or 4? Are there 3 Kingdom Hearts games that have already been released, or is this the 3rd one that's coming out now? Don't just say 3. That's like, do you mean that there have been 3, or that it is number 3 that's been announced? Because just saying 3 doesn't help me at all. Okay, I'm gonna go before 11:30. That's my decision. Why are you saying well? What do you mean? What do you mean by well? I just spat on my screen by accident. Just got it. There we go. You're not replying. Your butt. Your big old butt. Where I'm still live. I'm still live. Join me for 5 minutes. Maybe, please. Sorry, someone just tweeted at me. 3 got announced. Okay, 3 got announced. So it's only, so I'd only have to play through 2. But I don't have money, and also I kind of want to pre-order a couple of these games, like Last of Us. I do have an Amazon gift card from my birthday, though. Only 20 quid, though. But it would be like half of one of the things I want to pre-order. Wow, a third of one of the things I want to pre-order. Interesting. But yeah, Sony's press conference was just a dream for me. Well, I say the press conference. I didn't watch the press conference. I watched all the trailers. Everything announced at E3, Sony. Everything Sony showed at E3. But like AIM there was kind of the sort of game that's aimed at me, you know? Like it's those are the sort of things I want. That 3D, no, third-person action games are my jam. Actually, they're more like my bread and butter, and then The Last of Us is my jam. Hey, jam jokes. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima looks pretty cool. Oh, Control, that was a weird little trailer. I really liked Alan Wake. Never played Quantum Break. You got spam blocks? That's oh no! Don't be spam blocked, RJ. Who are you? Wet. You're Matt. You are Matthew backwards 90. Interesting. There's a Kingdom Hearts movie. Kingdom Hearts 3 is the 10th game. It's like God of War being the 4th God of War game, and the fact Devil May Cry 5 was announced, or 4, was it 4 or 5? I'm not sure, but there was a game in between the previous one and this one that was just called Devil May Cry. What is it with video games and numbers? Also, Wet Ham 90. Who are you? Oh, you've gone. Someone's gone. Maybe it's RJ that's gone. Is Negative Me still here? RJ's here. Okay. Who is Wetham? I want to know who this other person is. I want to know who this person is. Who comes to a live stream, comments about fapping, and leaves in about 30-second space of time? Who does that? Apparently Wetham90 does. What were we saying? Kingdom Hearts, probably? Yeah. Third-person action is my jam. Death Stranding, Guillermo del Toro, that's my jam. From Software making a PSVR game, that's going to be weird. Are you still spam blocked, by the way? I don't know how to stop that. Participants. No, not still spam blocked. Good. Yeah. What were your E3 highlights? And then I'm going to go, I think. Oh yeah, Control. I didn't say anything about Control. Control looks cool. We only saw a 2-minute trailer, but it looked cool. Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, we already know that. Okay. You said Fallout 76, and you don't like Fallout. I like Fallout. I didn't play Fallout 4, admittedly. I really love Fallout 3. But Fallout 76 was one of my biggest disappointments of all of E3. So, so that's a funny thing. Oh, it's so cute. Ooh. That's adorable. But yeah, Fallout 76, because it's Fallout 76 is always online. I'm like, Bethesda, you do single player. Just do single player. Yeah, I know. I'm just not a multiplayer gamer. I'm a single player kind of person. You can do it single player, but then there aren't any NPCs. I know, like they've gone so far as to say there will be no NPCs. I mean, there'll be like enemies, but no like non-hostile NPCs if you're playing it solo, because all non-hostile NPCs are other players. which sucks because I want to enjoy it. Well, I say it sucks. It's going to be perfect for some people. It's going to be a kind of not Destiny experience, maybe like Rust. Yeah, it's just not for me. I like my uh, um, yeah, exactly. Like it's not the big thing from them, and I'm excited for the next Elder Scrolls game because that I have this thing with fantasy RPGs, which is I absolutely love them, but I never complete the main story. This is my experience with. It was my experience with Oblivion. It's my experience with Skyrim, and it's also my experience with The Witcher 3. I utterly adored all of those games. Never completed the main story on any one of them. So I'm excited to do exactly the same thing for Elder Scrolls 6. And I've started playing Skyrim like many times, many times. I always end up as a stealth archer mage thing, but I've started it many times with many different intentions. Oh yeah, oh god, don't talk to me about full-time job. It's gonna have to happen soon because my parents are gonna start charging me rent. So I'm so privileged, I know it, but it sucks that I'm gonna have to pay rent. But we all do eventually, unless you're really rich, in which case that never happens, because you just buy a house. But alas, that is not me. um, uh, yeah. Um, I'm trying to. That's the thing. I'm trying to behave like I've got a full-time job. I'm treating writing and videography as that, but it's really difficult to discipline yourself when you don't have a place to go to where you can't do non-work things. Okay, that's fair. You have to go. I should probably go as well. Yeah, I know, right? Um, but yeah, full-time job on the horizon because I'm going to have to start applying in the next month because I'm a month or two because I want to get some proper income by September. um, my new deadline is the end of the month. Yes, I need to. I need to do that. I need to get that thing done. I've also got editing stuff that needs doing, and a vlog I want to finish, and a feature film script that I'm probably never going to finish. Yeah, I will get it done because that is one of my most pressing concerns because I'm really excited for the campfire. Oh wait, no, is that a secret project? No, it's not a secret project anymore, is it? You've probably gone by now. So to anyone who's watching this recorded, thank you. Oh no, you're still here. Excellent. So thank you to RJ. Thank you to everyone who showed up, even though it was about 4 or 5 of you. I think Ibby said she was going to show up, but well, no, she didn't. She said, "Oh, I wish I could have been there. Oh no," and then she didn't. She didn't appear. When I was like, "Oh, I'm still here." So yeah, what's up with that? Ibby, to everyone go tell Ibby she sucks. Actually, wait, no, RJ, are you still here? Because I'm going in a second. But do you think you could just tweet to Ibby that she sucks? Just look at my replies; she'll be there. Make it clear that I'm joking, please. I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this recorded, you're probably not, because who does that? I never know how to end these things. Good night. And oh, it's got a 2-part confirmation thing.